Okay, and welcome to day 3 of science. Um, this is probably going to be our last ReadWorks for a while because I've got something else to do science with next week. But we're talking about different forms of water. Yesterday we talked about water as one of the essential elements on planet Earth that creates life, that does all kinds of amazing things when it interacts with rock and soil, and you know it it's basically one of the most important elements on planet Earth. But water has a lot of interesting properties to it, and it can take different forms. We don't know which yet is the final form, but we do know that there are different forms. So, uh, you know, again, when we go down here, there's going to be plenty of vocabulary words, and there could be some words where you're like, oh, I know what those mean. Well, this is a scientific vocabulary. So when you say properties, oh, I know properties. Uh, my parents own this property over here. So it's properties that you own, like real estate. No, that's not what this properties means. This is the scientific property, a quality that something is known by, a characteristic. So you could replace the word characteristic, say the water has its own characteristics. So it doesn't have anything to do with real estate property or anything like that. Compound, form, you know, a type or a kind. Remember, if you come into anything that you don't know how to pronounce, that will tell you if you just click on the little, what is it? This little speaker thing here. Property. All right, so we're going to read this one, do the question set, and then we're going to move to something that's kind of interesting because this is a scientific narrative. So it's informational fiction. Now, how can we have informational fiction? Fiction that gives us information. Well, basically, this is a fictional story of a couple going to Mars on one of the first Mars missions, and it never happened. It's it's a work of fiction, but in the fiction, the science of going to Mars is explained, and actual science of what we would need to do to send anyone to Mars is totally accurate in this story. So it's amazing how we can have different genres of story where some people might call this science fiction, okay? Because you use science, it's hard science that makes sense and that could actually do what it says it's going to do, but the story itself never happened. So I want you to read it, see what you can learn from it, and I want you to ask yourself as you go, what am I actually learning? What facts is it giving me that is actually true about space travel and what it would take to travel to Mars? But also, um, is it a good story? Does it make you interested? Because maybe that's why they do it the way they do. Maybe they want you to get you interested in the story, and then you automatically learn stuff in the process. I wouldn't put it past them. Then, if you have still some time left over, you can click on a closer look at Mars. Okay. And yeah, it's got a lot of cartoon planets, and it'll give you a little bit more information about Mars. This tells me it's still grade 7. You can also read along with it. It'll tell you the order of the planets up until Mars. Just basic stuff if you need to know a little bit more about the uh, subject that we're doing, and of course there's a question set that you can answer on that as well. So if you get the other ones done very quickly, you might want to start on that one too. All right. Well, hey guys, it's Thursday. If you've done all your work until now, if you get it done today, you've got a 3-day weekend. But if you left some work over, tomorrow, Friday, is a great day to catch up on any work that you didn't get done. That way you go into Saturday and Sunday with nothing to do. Don't procrastinate, all right? Get it all done, uh, and then you'll have your weekends open, all right? Okay, talk to you later.